to say about the database, how the data is stored in the database and what are the different kinds of files you have in the database. Okay. Now I go to my management studio. When I go to this management studio, I can see all my databases, right? Let's go to the database which I have created now. When I click on this database TempDB, when I click the properties, when I click the properties and when I go to the files, whatever the data I enter into the temp database, okay, that data will be stored in two files. You can see there are two files. You can see the file types, rows data and another is a log. You can see file type and this is the file group, primary and not applicable. Okay. So what is meant by that? So by default our SQL Server, what it does, let's say I created one database, okay, and by default every database will have two files. One is a row data file type, row data. I think it rows or row data. Okay, it's a plural singular. I think it may be rows data, and next another is a log data. So what is meant by that? If you create any table, or if you want to store any kind of, if you want to store some documents, if you want to create a table, if you want to insert data, you create some tables and you insert it, right? So now when I go to my database, I got like, since I have not created any table, so it is not the, I don't have any table. Let's go with AdventureWorks. I can see multiple tables. Where these tables are located? By default, the tables are located on this row data file. Okay, this is, in other way you will call it as primary group, primary file group, primary file. Primary is the main file where you will store your data. Then what is the use of log? Log is kind of same thing, like your system has RAM, right? So whenever you enter the data into that table, first that entry is made into the log and it is made into the table. So log is nothing but it will track. If you make any changes to the database, that entries will be made in the log. It will just track your data. Like in the companies, you will have that swipe button, swipe card, right? What is the use of swipe card? To give access. It's not kind of access, but whenever you access, that entry is made somewhere that it will store the data, right? Saying that okay, you entered this time, you enter, you exit, you went out at this time, you entered this again at this time. So that all information will be stored somewhere. Nothing but it is saving that all information about you. Okay, the same way whatever operations you do, whatever the commands you run or whatever operations you do, that everything will be stored on the log. Let's say you created one table, that information will be saved in the log. Okay, it's only, and the real data will be stored at the rows data file, that is a primary file. Under the, and always the rows data file will have the extension with .mdf. You will have the database name .mdf, and this always the log file. Okay, this log will have the file as .ldf, file name database name .ldf. Okay, now we can see step by step. See, I have created the file. This is the, what is the database name? See, you can see when I go to the end, you can also see my file name temp.mdf, temp_log.ldf. .mdf is a main file, .ldf is a log file. Okay, always your data will be stored in the MDF, and this LDF will be only used to track the changes or whatever the things you do on the database, that all events will be captured in this log LDF. So what is the use of that? So if you want to do any backups, or if you do some transactions, then this log file plays a major role in that scenario. We are going to see that all step by step. Now when I go to my database, see, all my database files are stored in this location. So when I open my database here, see, I can see the path here. That path will have the file. See, C program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS 11 SQL Server, MS SQL data. I went to the same path. I'll go to Microsoft SQL Server. When I click on this, it is under this folder, under MS SQL, under data, you will have the database files. I have created temp and temp1, right? See, temp and temp2. So you can see here temp.mdf and temp2.mdf. I have created the new databases, right, in the last class, in the last video. So you can see that every file has one mdf and LD. Definitely you will have them. 100% you will have the files. Okay. So now what we are going to see. So this is about the files. So always if you want to, so what now my master data will be stored in the primary file, right? Let's say whatever the data I want to store here, if I want to because let's say I'll be storing this rows data into one file, or else I'll create another paint and I'll go here. So this is my database, and this database has two files. One is, let's say the database name is A, so I'll have a.mdf, and I'll have, by default the system will create one more called a_log.ldf. This is the files. So my MDF will have the main data, whatever the data I insert on the database, that data will be stored in this file. So at the back end, when I open the database and when I see the tables, right, all the tables are present in .mdf file. Okay. So now let's say I want to store in the MDF, but my scenario is that that MDF file is 100 GB. So if you have more data on the file, it will be difficult to access, right? So let's example, when you have one file with 10 pages, okay, if you have one file with 10 pages, like if you have one book with 10 pages, and if you want to find some information, if you want to find some words in the book, then it will be easy for you to find, because there are only 10 pages. Let's say if there are 1000 pages, and if you want to find some information on that, if you want to find some information, then you need to go and search 10 pages, then it takes more time. Same way in the database, as this file increases, then the performance will be reduced. Okay, let's say if there are 10 pages and if you want to search information, it may take 10 minutes. If it is 1000 pages, then it will take 1000 pages, means the performance is reduced. Performance is, it is a more time consuming process. If it is a more time consuming process, then you can say it is a performance issue. The performance is being reduced here. The same way, this is a master, this is a main file. So since if the size get increased, then if I want to access something, then it will be difficult for me. So for that purpose, what I do, yeah, can you all please mute your microphone? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, can you please mute your microphone, someone, because I'm getting some background noise. So for that purpose, what I do, since it is 1000 pages, right? If you divide that books into some different pages, like different like 10 pages, 10 pages, 10 pages, 10 pages, then you if you know the information, then you will go to that book, and you can find only in that, you will search only that pages, that book with that 10 pages, then it will like your performance will be increased, and instead of searching that all, you will be searching only this one. Okay, or else I can say a single example. Let's say I got one box, two box, three boxes I got. It's a first box, second box, and third box. So the first box has balls, which is of red color. The second box has some balls, which is of blue color, and the third box has some balls, which is of green color. If I want to if I want to get some green color balls, if I want to count the number of green color box, then I'll go to the box 3, because that box 3 has a green color box, I can count easily. Let's say if you mix all the balls in a single box, which has red, blue and green, all balls in a single one, then it will take some time, right? You need to separate all different balls, and then you need to take green and you need to count them. The same way, when you have more data, then the system will the performance issue will be there. So for that, instead of storing the data in one file, you will create one more file, and you will store some of the data on that file. Okay, you can create one more file and you can store the data. So always, whatever file you create, always that file will have .ndf. So to a database, you can, and you can't have this as MDF. Okay. To a database, you can have only one master file, one main file to store the data, and other files are you can use as a supporting. You can't use the other created files as a main file. Okay. So, always the main file will be stored as MDF, and the other supporting files will be stored as .ndf. Okay. Every database will have that one. And now what we are going to see, the other thing is that now if I go to this databases, when I click on my management studio, I can see all different kinds of databases. I can see all different kinds of databases. So I can see this database, right? If I want to remove the database, I can do it in two ways. If I delete this temp2, see, it is a temp2. If I right click and delete it, okay, I deleted the temp2 database. Now I will go to the file where I am storing the temp2 databases. See, now you can't see the temp2 files. Previously I have seen the temp2 files, right? temp2.mdf, temp2_log.ldf. I have seen that, but now I didn't see, because whenever you delete, automatically that files also will be deleted. But now my scenario is that I want to have the files as it is, but I want to remove the database from this server. I want to have the files as it is, the two files, but I want to remove. So what I will do, I right click on the database, go to the tasks. Here you will have one called detach. So when I detach it, automatically you can't see the temp database, but the files will be here. Okay. The files are here, you can see temp.mdf, temp_log, but files are there, but you can't see the database. But now if I want to add the files, I'll right click on the database. So instead of creating a new database, is that to create new files, but my files are already there, I want to add them. So go to the attach. When I click attach, and you will get a screen, I'll click on add. When I click on add, now I can see the test one here, .mdf. You can see only MDF file. When I click MDF file, yeah, I can't do, because I am not an administrator. So I'll close this. No, yeah, I can do that only by going running that management studio as an administrator. I'll go here, right click on this, run as administrator. So when I go and open, now I'll be able to attach them. I'm thinking so, mostly it will be that way. I'll click on the database, attach, I'll click add. Now I'll get the file test.mdf and click OK. Oh, then also it's okay. Create file encounter, cannot access the file because it is used by another process. Oh yeah, because I think I opened one of the process, right? So that's why it is saying that it is used by other process. Close this, I'll close this, refresh this, again open. I think even though if you run this way also it should open instead of the administrator. Connect database, attach the database, add. Oh, now it is showing access denied. Close this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's showing that because I did the detach, right? It is saying the file is used by, oh sorry, it is temporary, sorry. Instead of selecting the temp, I selected the test. That's the reason, because test cannot be, already the test is being used as a database, right? It is already attached. I need to add temp. Okay, so when I click temp and OK, Now it will be added. I did a mistake. Okay. So now see, automatically the files are be there. So you got MDF and LDF. Automatically you can see the LDF file. And if I delete the LDF file, I deleted that. Okay, sorry, it's a temp.db one. I should not delete that one. If I go to temp_log, okay, I'll delete this file. Done. There is no file. So when I see it here, okay, I'll just click cancel. Again, I'll go to the database, click on the database, attach, add. I'll select the temp and click OK. See, now the message is not found for the temp log. It is not found. I can't see anything. I can't see that it's log file, right? Temp_log I can't see because I have deleted that file, temp_log. So that's why it is saying by default the system will create the name, but since it is not found, it will show an error. So what I will do, if I click OK, then it will show an error because that log file is not there, but you are trying to attach them. So that's why what I will do, since that file is not there, I will remove that file. Only this file is there. Okay, I didn't get any message. Now when I click OK, a database will be created. At the same time, automatically by default that log file also will be created here. See, temp_log. Okay, even though if you don't have it, it will get created. Okay, this is the one kind of thing. If you want to attach a database or detach a database, like if you want to attach a database or remove the database, then you can do these steps. Why I am showing this kind of things is that if you want to see, whenever you want to do some operations or if you want to practice something, you need some data. You need some data to practice, right? So by default, what Microsoft did is that Microsoft it created some databases. By default, Microsoft created some databases on the side. It is a free database you will be getting. When you go to the Codeplex, there is a site called Codeplex. So when I go to the Codeplex, and here I will search AdventureWorks. If you want, you can make a note. See, when I type AdventureWorks, I will get all things here. Just type AdventureWorks, that's it. Type AdventureWorks and click enter. See, AdventureWorks. When I click that, I will get all things related to AdventureWorks. So here, what is my database? My database is 2012. So somewhere you can see, somewhere you can see AdventureWorks 2012, or I can click here again. I can type AdventureWorks. AdventureWorks 2012. My database is 2012, right? So when I click this search, I'll get all database files regarding 2000. It's showing 2014, but you'll be getting the 2012 also here somewhere. Oh, it's not shown. Reliance or downloads. Yeah, I think there is some searching criteria. Okay, I can go to the Google and I can do, when I do that, automatically by default Microsoft will point to that. I'll write AdventureWorks. AdventureWorks 2012 database. Okay, database download. When I click, automatically I'll be getting, see, Microsoft. This is the Microsoft site. I'll create, see, my AdventureWorks 2012 data file. So just download the data file. I'm going to show you anyway. I'm going to show you when I take this data file, automatically it will download. It's a 180 MB. Okay, so for time being I'm cancelling that one. So once I download, automatically you will be getting that MDF file. So I already have them. So this is a kind of thing. Instead of 2012, yeah, I got 2008 R2. So when I open this, see, by default that folder will have .mdf file and .ldf file. So you copy these files and paste it under this location. Paste under PC, C drive, under program files. You can see that where that files are located, right? Go to the SQL Server. Under the SQL Server, go to the, this is a version MS SQL Server. there, go to the MSC. I'll show you, don't worry. Under the data, paste that files and go to the paste that files here, go to the database, click on the database, attach, because by default when you click add, it will not show anything, it will only show that one. Okay, under the program files, what are the folders you have, it will only show that folders, or else you can create a one folder on the C drive and you can do that way. That is the other way to do. Okay, or else I can go to the users Bhaskar Reddy Badam in the downloads. See, I can go this way also. I can go to the AdventureWorks 2012. Now I can see the data.mdf. I can click that way. Wherever you have that folder, go to that link, select that MDF and click OK. Automatically that database will be added to your server. So whatever operations you can, if you want to do on the database, you can normally do by using this server. Okay. So it is not, server is at the higher level. Under the server you will have the databases. Under the databases you will have all the tables and all kind of things. Okay, whatever the data you store, you always store them under the database. The database will have the data. Whatever data you store, you store that the data under the database only. So everyone is clear with this stuff? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.